If you want customers to use your offering, you'll need to consider how you're asking them to behave differently than they are now. While your ideal offering may have tons of features and complexity, you need to first start with the most simple offering that'll allow you to test to see that it works as you intend. This will be your MVP, your minimum viable product, though we like to think of it as your minimum viable proof. First, what is it that you're asking your customers to do differently that you'd need to test? You can validate some aspects of customer behavior based on other successful companies. For example, iTunes didn't need to test that customers wanted to download their music, since this had already been proven with Napster. They only needed to prove that customers would pay to download music. This required licensing from record labels, then showing that customers preferred the quality and reliability of their platform. Next, determine the most simple product or offering you could make that would satisfy the need of the customer. It's better not to develop the full product offering immediately. Developing a full product costs time and money, and customers may not even respond to the product in the way you'd hoped. Before investing too much, start simple. The MVP is the low-cost manual workaround that can be created right away. There are different ways to develop your MVP based on the business type. If your company provides a service, like Amazon, then a working application or website isn't needed to test your offering right away. Rather, start by running a pilot. For instance, an early version of Amazon could start with a few products online that would be purchased and shipped to customers as they ordered them, rather than requiring a large warehouse. This allows the service to better understand what aspects of the experience most drive customer satisfaction, and adjust to ensure the full offering will prioritize the most important features. If your company will offer a product, you'll need to start out by prototyping the core functionality. Remember the Dropwise example. An MVP does not need to be manufactured and customer ready at the outset with all of the features. It just needs to demonstrate that it'll work. For Fitbit, they needed to test whether or not they could influence the fitness behavior of their customers through data. While the ideal offering would integrate all potential fitness metrics, the first step was to develop a device that could just monitor steps. Starting here allowed them to see how customers interacted with the device, tailoring the development of future tracking to what they learned in this first step. In the Dropwise example, they needed to test that a self-installation product would be possible and that real-time data would influence customer water usage behavior. For this latter part, changing customer behavior based on data had already been proven with the Nest thermostat, so they needed to focus on the self-installation product. Next, you'll map the 3 phases of developing your offering. First, sketch an outline of your product or map the flow of a service. Next, develop your MVP, using manual workarounds like emails instead of building out a full e-commerce platform. A tool to choose which features to implement will be to chart those potential features on a matrix of how easy they are to implement and their impact on the customer priorities. Then, choose just a few in the top right. Finally, after adapting and iterating on your MVP based off of initial feedback from your market tests, you can develop your full prototype. Although developing your full product immediately is tempting, it's crucial as an entrepreneur to learn to test early and often. Starting simple will allow you to increase your chances for success.